Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more Starsector. It is January 21st in the 221st cycle. It's Morgan Wyatt time, and you can see I've taken one last skill here, ground operations, because it is time to punch our final great big punch against the VIC. Last time they attempted to go after Purgatory, they sent a massive amount of fleets. They're still hostile with us. We did beat them back. In fact, if we look at the VIC, there is a counterattack going on already. Tri-Attack is trying to invade VIC. This is with the older Nexerelin, so we don't have the new invasion mechanics in the new series, but that's fine because we have an invasion of our own. They attacked us. We're going to go back from the planet that it came from, Civvy. We've seen this a lot. We actually helped the VIC get Civvy, so it's only fitting that we can help the VIC lose Civvy. I think that's a good passing of the torch. Now, if we do look at kind of some of the stuff we have here, we do have a bunch of heavy armaments that came straight from the VIC's invasion force, so that's exciting. And then we have some of this other crap that I need to get rid of in storage. We have some Marines, but one of the nice things that I got to do just kind of for my homework here is on Gamma Hope 4. I will take planet names, by the way, if you're interested in making planet names here, but the variable manufacturer has just been churning out VPC, or not VPCs, excuse me. They've been churning out weapons tech, Marines, and heavy armaments. We need to kind of pick up what we need to get from there. So we're going to pretty much doing all that. And we're going to be going through our fleet as well here. We're going to take out some of the cargo ships. I don't think we're going to need another tanker here. It's been weird, kind of modded. Usually I'm having to pull more of these around or some bigger drams, but this time a lot of my ships are very fuel efficient. But let's take a look real quick at our nice officer list here. Obviously there's Morgan Wyatt, who has a few combat abilities, but only after a while. Fizzlebeef, who's settled in quite nicely in the Nasasio here. Captain War Crimes, he's our hero. And that smile, you can't say lieutenant anymore. Islan, just been a very steady, ever-present officer, just always good all around. Leroy Jenkins, who it doesn't matter how big or how small, she will destroy any ship you put her in. Wolf Andromedus, a missile specialist that just has no chill and will just fire everything away. Eon Dragon Eclipse, which is a combination of two people, a very good phase officer, although I hate that for the phase, the Norita here, I've never quite been able to nail down the build. But still, still just a very good profile there. Frank Space Cat, love the name, love performance here throughout this. Zwitterian, or Switterian, ooh, can't pronounce that very well. Just a very versatile officer as well. We're going to actually be putting you back in the Magic School bus before this is all said and done. Tony Leaphart, if you don't notice him from the giant collar, then you'll notice him as the Nasasio pops out of here. And Winter Octogens, who we never did actually rename, but she finally found her niche in the 9th Legion Paragon here. And then Sierra, who let us happily go over the officer cap. Fun times. We're going to go get some more ships. We're going to go get some more supplies, and then we're going to take names and kick ass. And I was going to try to say that wrong, and by trying to say it wrong, I said it correctly, thereby killing the joke. It's cool. And we actually were meaning to go here, because all we were going to do is go on the open market and sell. We don't want to sell in the black market here. That will disrupt stability, so we will pay our own tariffs. How fun is that? We could sell all these weapons as well, but I think we'll just drop them off. I'm not going to be re-equipping any more ships. It's one thing that has been a little disappointing lately in development and I'll just pay these prices because money's of no issue to me anymore. That's kind of where we're at in the save, except the only thing that does hit me in the face pretty often is when I end up trying to edit my ships and my ships just kind of crash the save. That's a little annoying. Our detachments and everything should be able to take this out. We actually have scavengers over here that should, I kind of trust them to keep the peace pretty well. I love that we've conceded all of our nodes to the Ludic path. It's fine. Maybe the church will take it over eventually. Wasn't quite able to bring in the Ludic church here, but let's travel through the gate. We have a lot of fuel. I kind of want to pop by Octavia in a minute, but our plan here is pretty simple. We're going to go by Swan. We're going to go by Mercy. Maybe we just manually fly, to be honest. We'll see what our fuel situation looks like. So Swan first. enjoy these gates. You're not going to see them in the new series unless I hit a wheel spin. Yeah. If you're unfamiliar somehow getting to this video late, I do have another Starsector series that I've started that has some very different rules to this one. You'll see this whole series has been focused a lot on how much big shit can I get, can I have, can I fly. I've been using the Tatterdemalion a really long time in this save here, and it has been amazing. I've really enjoyed having these thermal lances paired with lots of just ballistics and a heavy laidlaw accelerator, which is just a great weapon. And we need to figure out here, Gamma Hope 4 is, I believe, the world we're looking for. I could totally open up my intel profile and find that out right now. Yeah, it's 4. Okay, so do we care about these storms? Not today. You all know who's the danger in space? It's us. We're the shit you don't want to run into. So supercomputer's taking a gamma core and frozen heart. Dawn's decivilized. Dismay's getting invaded right now. Would love to see Tritac actually succeed at that. Let's see here. Intel. VIC. VIC. The invasion's forces are outmatched. Boo. VIC actually kind of turned Dismay into a pretty reasonable planet. But yeah, 500,000, that's fun. Heavy armaments, recreational drugs, Marines, we got the works here. If there's only one thing that I wish I could have built in addition, it's, hey, friendly Ordos. It's too bad I didn't get friendly enough with Midnight Dissonant to bring them into the fold and into the fight here at the end. It's just kind of the name of the game. In Starsector, you have so many things that you can do. There's always going to be more that you can do, but that's where I just kind of like, you know what, I got to take my guns and I got to point them in one direction. And I'm going to be pointing them at Civvy. So here's our Cryo Sleeper. Hopefully trade through here is going pretty well. If we knock down the VIC a few pegs, it'll be going very well. So what are we doing here? Repair ships. All those 9 supplies. All right. So we have these resource stockpiles. And we also have these in storage. That's pretty good. That's really good. I don't know if I want to buy any more of these Marines, considering that we have to gate into... Well, that's why we were going to stop by Mercy, wasn't it? So we'll just pop in there on the way over and pick up their Marines as well. I mean, money's no object to me anymore, so I can just get 5,000. It's fine. 5,000 should be enough with my invading forces. And there's, if you heard the ping, that's the cats being stupid again. So that's very exciting. It's almost like they have this planned at this point. So let's see here. Is it more efficient for us to just manually fly to Alpha Ala? I think so. By the time we get to Swan, we'll just have to fly back from Mercy anyway. And one of the great things about this area is that it's a really nice straight line through the nebulas. So I know there's more colony management I could do. But we have... Oh, they're chasing somebody. Hopefully it's not my privateers. It's probably my privateers. So, see, like, Gamma Hope 4 is now size 6. Like, what do we want to do here? I talked about plans before. We have 2 spaces left. There's a mod that actually gives you a second page, but man, there's a lot you can do here. I mean, one of the things I was thinking about building is the super intelligence computer. We may not end up like having the time or ability to do that. But since this place has like no atmosphere or anything, it's probably fine to put heavy industry there. Pretty sure I don't have heavy industry on Gamma Hope 2, which has privateer base, and L4. Hey, everyone with the James Webb Telescope is learning all about Lagrange points. Lagrange points, how do we pronounce them points? I don't know. Actually, it's something I really should know. But anyway, L4, how do you orbit nothing in space? Science. Physics, more specifically. And how do we fly through purplish goo hyperspace? That's a good question. Diable Avionics is targeting the Star Federation. Good luck, boys and girls. Space people. You gotta pick a target, and I guess you're gonna pick... Oh, ceasefire offer. That's a hilarious thing. Also, no. Y'all attacked us, y'all got beat back. And, this is kind of like the last big, powering up before the big final Kamehameha, whatever you want to call it. What do you know? Dismay invasion failed. And see, that's the thing. I guess it's a good question. You got to look at the ethos of Morgan Wyatt to a point here. We've learned a lot about him throughout this, and not all of it's very good. There is a darker side to somebody who's a win-at-all-cost kind of bro. But do we let the VIC survive, or do we just consume them all and go and take over their whole planets? It's kind of like a Lady or the Tiger kind of thing at this point. Any other ships we want to get out here? I think we got to get out the Kobayashi Maru. Just for the end of this. We got to get out the Die, My Darling. Mass Extinction's fun, but I think we're going to run out of things to fly with it here. Death Pony. I think we need you in the... I think we need Leroy and her signature ship. We need Magic School Bus because we're going to go full Buster on the... we're going to go full destroy everything, all humans, etc., etc. And this is... How much is this affecting our fuel tanks? This is fine. Okay. So we don't need all the cargo. We're going to need more crew. We still need a few drams, clearly. Is there another dram I can pick up, by the way? That may be pretty good. But yeah, we gotta put Fizzle in the Kobayashi Maru. I said I'd do it one more time. Is it the best designed ship I've ever made? No. Does it even have weapons in it right now? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, good. All right. So we have a bunch of giant expensive ships, but we're going after a giant expensive place. Let's actually look here real quick. It'd be pretty hilarious. Okay, look, a Prometheus tanker. Max burn 6. We can fix that in a hurry. We just want to be able to carry more fuel. We just want to be able to carry more fuel. So here we go. All this here, augmented field drive, and then I don't really care. I guess technically militarized subsystems would be the other way to try to work with this. Yeah. Does it stack? Guess we'll find out in a second. And see, that's the kind of stuff that I learned from you guys in the comments section. And that's where I just feel eternally grateful for you all's just continued hounding on me for, hey, do this. Hey, did you think about this? Hey. Because it's like, hey, there's a shit ton of text in this game, and I may have played it for a while, but there's things I miss. Everyone gets into their old habits. You kind of lose and forget what stuff is a little bit. We're not going to be equipping these things, though. Repair ships, that's fun. Let's drop off the supplies in the pool here. Hey, prisoners, bye-bye. All these weapons, spoils of war, gone. All these things, gone. We have a veritable dragon's horde of, like, everything. Can even grab this stuff. And did I buy crew? Because I didn't need to buy crew. In fact, we should probably take all the crew we can. All the heavy armaments we can. All the drugs we can. Maybe not all the drugs we can. But some of these are definitely spoils from just our privateer fleets going everywhere. That is probably my favorite thing in Industrial Evolution. I'm very glad I got pointed to that. Alright, fuel. We actually should have fuel stockpiles somewhere, but ooh, did I just accidentally buy all the fuel? There we go. I forgot my buttons for a second. So we've suddenly spent a lot of money. We have a lot of fuel. We should be able to fly out okay. We just got to reassign some officers real quick. So what did I say? You get to ride the Magic School Bus because we love the Omni drones. You get to take on the Kobayashi Maru, even though we're going to run into some deployment point problems. And if I really wanted to have a good time, I guess technically what I could do is say, you know what, let's increase the combat limit one more time for like deployment points and put it at like 1,000, but we're not going to do that. So who do we want to have this? I guess one of my questions is Wolf Andromedus. Oh, man, she does so well on this other ship that I think I'm going to leave the Die My Darling kind of uncrewed, but following some of its other stuff, because if it dies, it dies. We have a few story points to recover it. That's one of the things where I like some of the new subsystems that were put in the new patch. This is not updated on the new patch because I didn't want to break all the mods that were on here, because you can do the whole make it recoverable a lot more easily with mods here. So we'll just flip through the ships one more time if you want to see the builds. I built all of these myself, except for maybe one or two that I got some suggestions or hints. But it's not like the first Starsector series I did that had a whole crap ton of like people carrying me in terms of build like this. See, like I needed help identifying this gun. I love that gun. I think the ion beams are still maybe what's holding this back, but the ultra heavy pulsar is at least doing some work. So we're gonna have the red ship following the Queen Crimson here. And then we have a bunch of invasion ships, and we're going to have a grand old time. So repair our ships. Did we pick up all the groceries? We have 5,000 Marines. They're not very experienced, but they're plucky. So we're going to go to Mercy, and here's the plan. Okay. First off, our plan involves hitting the gate button, and since this moves around all the time, I've never had a gate map this weird. Like, it's all clustered up here. There's some gates over here, but the eastern front is totally gateless. Like, whoever built the gates, let's assume it's not I almost said the Dominion. That's totally different. But the people that built the gates are like, nah, this whole area sucks. Anyway, they did put one right there. So we're going to fly from Mercy and just hop, skip, and jump. It's going to be a good day. And what do you know? I built Senates all this time, and I did not enact a single edict. And I hope, look, I hope no patrol's like, hey, by the way, guys, oh, cultural boom, fun, Brighton, I hope you don't get too, you want to go to war with the Ludic Church? I'm going to vote no. They're going to do it anyway. There's one thing I've learned about alliances, or at least the alliance that I have, is that they're going to do what they're going to do regardless of what I ask them to do, or regardless of how I vote, even though I'm by far the most powerful member of the alliance now. And maybe this is the kind of thing where Morgan will try to snap back at people to get them in line. Wow, that's a really nice just AI group just for, that's my own faction, isn't it? It's Kramer, anyway. Not a Seinfeld joke. God, I'm terrible. Okay, we're going to Mercy. We're going over to Seoul. And then the gate is over by Samuel. How does HMI feel about us? It kind of varies from moment to moment. They don't hate us. Barely. Good enough for me. So we're gonna... Gosh, now I'm getting that song in my head. We're... Something to Free Boys and... Oh my god, I don't know. It's Bob Seger. It's in all the commercials. Why am I going there in my brain this time? But yeah, we have neutral... AI opponents out here. It would be really nice if I could bring them in at the end, but I kept fucking up contracts, and so I never really got to leapfrog to the kind of stuff that said, hey, let's wait, no, I don't want my transponder on. These guys hate us. Why am I even trying to go in dark? We're a giant fleet with a bunch of battleships. Everyone knows who we are. Literally everyone knows who we are. Especially with this thing. Alright. Yeah, I'm fine with this loadout. This is fine. We can do the buddy system for some of these bigger ships. So Seoul Station. I heard you have warm bodies. Thanks. Give me more. They're still cheaper than other places. There we go. 5,700. If that's not enough to take out Civvy, then we're having some problems today. I'm not going to buy supplies from him. That is just a bit too steep, but 3,000 supplies should be enough. We have a very targeted mission here. So I can't repair. And I might be able to repair at the other place. I mean, they're inhospitable to us. That means they may let us dock. I don't know if that means they're going to let us use our repair dock. Technically, though, if I really want to fight Civvy, you know, there is a Federation space station right there. So this is fine. Look at all that income. I do want to know, by the way, for my income. Okay, so trade and tourism. Turns out getting that to stability 10 as a size 7 population is a really big deal. False Hope's lapping it, though, which is nice. Our supercomputer planet, Frozen Heart, is, I guess maybe it's using gamma cores, so that's one of the problems. And it has a privateer base, so maybe not the best place to put a supercomputer, but hey, we built one. Ceasefire offer expired. You bet your ass it is. Alright, so let's take the gate. We're not going to go beyond the sector this time, although that is a fun thing to do, and I really do like that mod. And I'm looking for it to be updated more in the future. It hasn't really gotten it's gotten some bug fix updates since then, but it hasn't gotten like a substantive content update. But it was great to showcase it here a few times, because I do like the idea of some random shit going on here. Is this really like weird space debris just hanging out? Nope, it's Ordos. Hey, Ordos. And you're patrolling, so good on you. Anyway, without further ado, let's go kick the hornet's nest. An outer terminus. Belt operations is down here. So if we go in from Barnes and do a good old transverse jump, because we're cheating in this game, we get to do maneuvers that nobody else gets to do for reasons. That's not it. That's Anyang. Or a good old Arrested Development joke there. But see, it's been 27 minutes since your last save. These are the kind of reminders I don't need popping up while playing. So Ramu apparently is growing to size 6. So there's a merchant. I mean, they've spotted us. They've had to have spotted us at this point. Okay, pursuing Federation merchant. You know, I'm gonna do you one better and say, Federation merchant, you can take that slight operation loss. We have what's the saying goes? Your sacrifice is something I'm willing to take. I should have like everything on a cue card. Like if I wanted to be noble, I could save people. But Morgan Wyatt, as we know, is the master of asking, are we really the bad guys here? So let's go ahead and flip this relay to us. That'll get their attention. And we'll go in this way. So Cyraid targeting the VIC outer terminus system. We may be canceling that in just a minute. So here's you guys. Engaging belt operations, that's cute. Take control of the relay, yes please. They still don't like us. Good. Good. I want you to not like me. So running from our fleet, as you should. Like this is it. This is our end game now. It struggles to turn, but we're here. So final repairs, 122 supplies. Final supplies. They actually sell crew for not a lot. We're a little high on crew. I was kind of hoping that belt operations would have more I don't know fuel. But apparently belt operations is all about gathering that ore. So 10,000 fuel is hopefully enough. Our plan is the same as always. We carpet bomb it and then send our people down. Okay, so here we go. Driving on in. Another hostile fleet. Here's the station / Star Fortress. It's all very exciting. And they have no defenses up. We have totally caught them pantsless. The cat, the VIC people. Look at this. A seemingly Eden-like planet turned into a hellish place by Diable Avionics. Now held by the VIC. And now to be ours. Is this the only system fully in their control, or are there more undocumented plants out there that they're currently exploiting? I guess we'll never know. Because right now, my only concern is taking out this 2-star Star Fortress. Let's keep this in mind. It's 2 stars with this fleet. That's pretty terrible. So we could try to return this to Diable, but we're going to keep it for ourselves. No VIC patrols seem to be aware of you, and you have a window of opportunity for doing business. Hey, guys. Is there anything... I can buy some fuel and some weapons. That seems fun. And some Marines. What else can I attack you with? I could buy some organs and just put them on your windshield. That's a dark thought. Alright. So, Civvy, Terran World, defenses, 7,000. So I should have enough fuel. Importantly, Cryosanctum that actually has a Gamma core in it. Orbital works with Alpha core, and Pristine Nanoforge is why they're able to send so much shit at me. A Star Fortress with an Alpha level AI core. High Command with an Alpha core. Pretty much, and 75 hazard rating. I mean, the industries here, the industry profile is not great between Plentiful Organics and Bountiful Farmland, but this is a good planet, and it's going to be ours. So, military options. We can engage the Star Fortress. We can, if we try to raid Civvy, like, we have enough Marines that we can just pluck this from them right now and get moderate things here. That's hilarious. We can get a bunch of blueprints here. We could take... Okay, we can't actually take that in the Alpha Core, but we're going to get this by means of actually attacking the place. So, they're allies here. So they do have an Oriax. I guess these are held in reserve. This is not the fleet we just passed by, because they are too far away and they're kind of tiny. Well, let's do it. You know what? I want to check something. Okay, good, because the last time we attacked a VIC planet, they had like all these annoying mines everywhere, and it was kind of a big deal. Fortunately, not today. Military options considered. Let's go into battle. Alright, we have 480 deployment points to work with. This is exciting. Like I said, we're trying to punch the crap out of a Star Fortress. So we need our big guns. So there's our 3 big-ass ships. Now, who else can we bring in? I want to say bring you in and bring you in. That's good. Those will be a good sort of side support ships. They can do their own thing and take out other stuff. You guys are good. We're kind of missing a few points here though, but I think that our Oriax is going to be really good, and the Death Pony we've done plenty of times where we've brought those in as a kind of next ship up. Although I hate benching the Tyrant, but this does allow us to bring this. Okay, wait, that's the Redshift. We actually want to bring the Queen Crimson, so that's fine. This will be fun. Like I said, if we lose ships, we just bring some more. That's why I brought so many. This is I mean, I should have been more prepared and queued some license-free boss-style music, but this will do. Let's put your big butts up here. And then we take everybody else. We want to put you guys to the left, to the left. Everything you own is in a box to the left. Oops, I just autopiloted myself. Nice. Okay. Do I even know how to play this game? So literally we brought 3 combat ships, some phase ships, some harassers, and lots of good stuff. We have 8 command points, so this is going to be kind of exciting. Civvy Station! Let's speed up this part of the deployment a little bit. Everybody's trying to ram everybody. So I will take manual control here for a second. And we have explosions already, so that's a plus. Fizzle already Get the hell away from there. You are not actually supposed to take the station head on yet. You see how terrible he got destroyed with the guns there? Like, some of this shit is just amazing. So we know the, it's actually one of the Diable stations, so they actually kept that. That's a little surprising. Okay. So in that case, we actually want to park. Send you over here. Like, we just want to get our big ships in place. And then we can bring in everybody else and kind of sweep them in from the side. Like, that's a lot of drones. Diable stations are awesome. Diable stations with an alpha core are scary as shit. But we'll let the game do its thing a little bit, and we'll remember to raise our shields. And let's slow it down just a little bit because I might be able to get like a pot shot here. So can I draw first blood? Yes. Now this is a little scary because once again we have 3 big ships here, and we have this giant ass sustain gun, and these guys are all a little bit slow. So we want you all. Let's go ahead and give you all the freedom to go back here. I'm kind of already engaging on this point. You know what? I don't want to drag you all the way across the front. The nice thing about the Kobayashi Maru, if you missed it, it has a giant EMP attack. Maybe we just have to go straight for the station. That seems fun. Which means we bring you guys over, we kill this node, and we just bring you guys straight up instead. That seems like fun. And then we can go ahead and have you guys. You guys are fast. We want to let our big ships get in position and not have myself any more overextended than I might already be. That's another ship down. Now I gotta watch my flux because we're getting a lot of shit coming our way. And there is some good stuff from everybody. Oh my god, I love the Giga Scrap Shot. Maybe my favorite FTL weapon. That's how it's translated into this game. Alright, so that's a lot of drones. I feel like I'm about to get EMP'd by Fizzle here. That totally isn't why the VIC got rid of us. It's because I, like, rammed somebody. Alright, so here's big, scary bullet train. Alright. I like it's fine. Nah, it's fine. I'll deal with it. Be fine. So there we go. Fizzle going in on the attack. Octogen's hanging back. I think it's time. We're going to keep this as a fallback node. 5 command points left, about to be 6. Alright, and that should be it, other than having to step in and say, are the cats about to destroy stuff again? So all of their people, and I mean not the VIC cats, although they could be a problem, especially with their Oriacs back here. May want to send Fizzle on that, but I need my big ships supporting in there. Oh my god. Although I guess now I can tell you as an aside, since I've had to stop twice to interrupt here, it's nice to walk outside and say, hey, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what that sound was. And then I have a cat meow at me to fess up that he had tried to go into a pizza container. So that's fun. All right. So now with that very lighthearted thing here, let's get 2 of our faster ships to come in here for support. We do have a lot of ships waiting in the wings, and they don't. So hopefully stuff will be good. And hopefully I don't get destroyed here by having my shields down all of a sudden with a bunch of shit firing at me all at once. That seems like a really good plan. Okay, so we have our big shit engaging. We can take a few tiny hits from this thing here. I almost kind of want to go to the other side here, and I think it's time to get rid of this node. And it's time to say, battleships, pin this down. I think I'm going to fly the right and take this stuff out, but I kind of want to stay with the main combat fleet. Oh, you know what? These 2 are going to need some support here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll work our way around. Shields down a little bit. And get to work. Alright. Speed this up just a little bit, because these kind of big fights with a bunch of shit on the screen can definitely be a problem sometimes. So, Kobayashi Maru at 50% hull. Oh boy. We'll just see how it goes. It'll be fast to retreat, but... at this rate, maybe I do just send him over there to try to eliminate. And I'm gonna just... ooh, I see a good move. It's a terrible move, but it's a good terrible move. Ramming speed. There we go. Oh man, got him right there. Alright. We need help up here. 2 command points. Gotta let that charge up. Alright. And we're gonna slow this down. Magic School Bus at 90% hull. That just goes to show that this is like a real serious thing here. Let's take down the Oriax while I can. Oh, that's a Laidlaw accelerator on the other ship. That's no joke either. Alright, so you're down. And these other support ships are absolutely no slouches. Alright, so they're going to get supported by the by their mothership, as they should. Let's go over to Eon Dragon and see how it's going here. Could actually fly up here and try to help Tony. So everybody's kind of doing their thing. You're at still lower hull. And you... okay, I guess you're technically not focusing on a target now. Let's focus on this. We have 1 command point though, so it's going to get a little awkward. And I'm in direct line of fire with the exact thing I didn't want to be in direct line of fire of. So that's fun. May actually have to drop my shields here in a second. Alright, our plan's simple. We're going to bolt right over to here. And we're not going to retreat the Kobayashi Maru. That's literally the point of the exercise, is to die. So let's ram this instead. Whoop. Okay, that wasn't a direct hit. Magic School Bus is at 30% hull. No, that's a little scarier. Alright, but this is why we brought our big shit in, to clean up this other stuff. We knew this was a serious fight. We knew there'd be casualties. Magic School Bus is only disabled. Alright, we got our first reinforcement here. Okay, get in there, Leroy. We know exactly where you're going. And then once we clean up all this support shit on the outside, we can move in to working on this crap, if I don't get hit in the front side again by these very annoying guns that I keep running into. Okay. I'm just gonna have to eat the damage for a second. Okay, Kobayashi Maru's actually destroyed. Fun! Alright. Got 66 points. Who's a game changer here? I want to bring in the Tyrant and the Void Witch. And then we got a bunch of backup ships to bring in too. Alright, so how are you doing? You're fine on hull. You're great on hull. I love that it's like Diable ships that are just coming back after here. We check out the paused video feed over here real quick. Like, this engagement might be going pretty well. And, oh wow, actually even Eon Dragon actually taking on the, well, I mean, there's an eliminate order there, but we've almost got all other applicable targets gone. So let's try to find a better point of engagement. Alright. Oh yes, you are probably reporting damage enduring conviction, that's true. The Dragon is such a fun ship though. Holy cow. Alright, so they've lost their stuff. Crewstatusreport.com, you're actually about to be fluxed out. So our reinforcements are coming in at just the right time. And I think I know what I need to do here. First off, I'm going to need to vent again. And then I think we got one more ram in us, because this is going to be fun. Go through! Yes. And then we can put some sabos in. Look at that, look at that. Like I said, Leroy, she's like, I don't care. I am just face tanking you. Now what I had to do last time was to specifically target especially scary weapons. And that's what we're going to do here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I got them all. So vent while it's safe. Oops, it wasn't safe. Okay, don't want to speed up here. Alright. Funny noises from the Queen Crimson. Hopefully not bad noises, just funny noises. That's a lot of guns. And I'm fluxed out. This could be a problem, but there's a bunch of other targets. I'm actually down for the count. And the station, fortunately, is... let's just call it that I pushed it just hard enough. Just the right kind of pushing. Because they didn't fire on me once when they had me there. Ha! So who's going to throw their neck out here? It's fun. Yeah, this is a... I like the Diable Station. If I have another opportunity to build it, I would. And that's a really big explosion. So Sivie Star Station. Defeated. Nice. We can do ship recovery here. Kobayashi Maru and the Magic School Bus. We actually had one retreat. Fortunately, nobody was that injured. We did get some backup crew for this exact reason. And some backup supplies. So fortunately everybody's recovered. The VIC hate us even more. Shocking. We actually got an Alpha Core. Oh my god, we got 2 of those. Oh, it's such a good weapon. Alright, so here's our stocks. We have 3,000 weapons. We could sell this for a lot of money. Actually, it's almost too much. Alright, so the VIC is going to try to send a Vengeance Fleet. I bet they are. Anyway. It's time for some orbital bombardment. Now we could do a saturation bombardment if we really wanted to set an example, but I'm just going to do a tactical one, which actually only takes 2,000 fuel. That's not what I expected. Okay, bombard. Let's do some pretty fireworks here. So they really hate us now. Military operations are disrupted. So, Monday Kaufman, which I'm pretty sure you're not the VIC person here. So their defenses are now at 250. It's not a good day for you guys. It's a great day for Wyatt Salvaging and for justice everywhere across the Persean Sector, though. Alright. Comm directory. We have people available. Would anybody like to surrender? Let's talk to the base manager. I do not want to turn in AI cores. Station director. I just blew up your station, so technically you're the director of nothing. So, yeah. Apparently, this whole 5 stability stuff is fine. Military options. It's time to invade. We have force balance of 99%, invasion strength 25,745. I have never seen it that high before. I mean, obviously having ground operations at the last second really helps. That's a very powerful skill. And we lost... Oh my god! All that, and we lost 21 Marines. Wow. Well, I guess we can repatriate people, right? Take all. And look! Civvy. Civvy is now ours. And look at this. Suddenly we have all these people that just want to work for us. And we have an ambassador from the cat people as well. Portmaster. Let's help the rebellion problem. Let's deliver 500 supplies. Let's deliver 500 heavy armaments. 500 marines. We have all this to spare. So surely 1,000 will be good. We're not going to grant autonomy. Hell no. We fought this just to have it, not just to grant autonomy. Here we got 1,240 supplies. Manage the colony, and here we are. Still at 6 stability. We'll see if that lasts. 29 days for mining. 89 days for the Star Fortress, which is less than expected. Heavy batteries, high command. That's the kicker. Could actually build orbital. What I could do is build a planetary shield. Could actually start building that right now, because I somehow have that exact amount of change. It's serendipitous. It's like the game is saying, you know what, we want you to do this right away. And you can see I have lots of... Oh, let's look at our resources here for a second. Resource stockpiles. We can use resources here. So you can have your organics, you can have your food back. That's fine. Anything else that we're short on here? No, it seems like this place really wants for nothing except for organs. And we gave him a bunch of heavy armaments. We gave him a bunch of marines. It's good stuff. So, Civvy is now ours. We could do special functions. We could leave the Central Coalition. No, this will all be fine. So there's our fireworks. And raid aborted, no longer hostile. Construction started for a planetary shield. And now Sivie belongs to Wyatt Salvaging. It has passed through how many hands? Plenty. But now is our time just to say, you know what? We have this. We can pretty much, like I said, we can pretty much just look and say, you know what? Not the magic system. Oh my gosh. Empyrean, all the way down here. Like, Dismay, if I remember right, is all the VIC has. And if we look here at our combat, once again, it's interesting because the Audacity did a lot of damage. But it didn't necessarily... It was doing a lot of damage, but what was it doing damage to? Was it doing damage to other ships? Was it doing damage to the actual space station? It's kind of the same thing for me of how much damage was I doing to the station versus how much was I doing to support ships. But cleaning that stuff up gave room for, wow, the Queen Crimson knocking out things. Just simple phase lance, tachyon lance, and then Die My Darling. The uncrewed, by the way, Die My Darling. Just an excellent build. The one downer is that a lot of my fights I had faster fleets and this ship's a little slow. But still, excellent stuff there. And look at this, the Norita carrying quite a bit of weight. That's, I mean, it says 2% damage there. Oh, no, that's not what it means. Prorated damage percentage. 5%. That's more like it. So, apparently the Audacity, it says, did 48% of the damage. Fascinating. Like I said, I just wish I could see, like, the target who got hit. So, we're going to look at the Audacity real quick just to see how terrifying it is. Magic School Bus soaked up a bunch of damage so that everyone else could do work. You should be proud. The Enduring Conviction did some good work. I love that suppression artillery. It's just such a fun weapon. The Kobayashi Maru lived up to its name at last. Mass Extinction got into the fight late. The Phoenix was kind of stuck on the sidelines a little bit, but once it got in, it's got to mix it up. And then the Death Pony gave a face hug, and the Void Witch didn't really have enough time to go into there. So, yeah, wow. Just now the game's really slowing down for me. It's very exciting. But, like, if we look at this one more time, I do have another Rift Cascade emitter that I could put on there. So, like, if we look back at this result here, you can see it's not the Rift Cascade emitter that's doing the most damage. It's actually just the straight-up Tachyon Lances. Yeah, you can see the lag. You can smell the lag. But, I mean, we have 3 of them. But yeah, 9th battle group. Good stuff. And I was actually pretty close to just scrapping the ship, but now it's famous. Maybe the scariest ship of any of the ships that I have. And just it helps it to have the right officer in it. I mean, she's phase mastery, but no, this is her home now. If we could put a phase thing on this thing, that'd be horrifying. But regardless, I think that is a good point as any to look at this proud mug. Didn't even make it to level 30. Slacker. And just wonder, what's the next step for Morgan? Got vengeance on the VIC, but now do we keep the VIC as a pet, or do we eliminate them entirely? What about the rest of the sector? Obviously, the hegemony is still a problem, but the hegemony has a much greater foothold. But they haven't necessarily done the personal affront that other people have to us, such as the cat people that are now wallowing here. And then we have Midnight Dissonant, who we've been trying to build relations with and have done very well, should Morgan focus on that. And then we have possible even more exploration both in the sector and beyond the sector. But whatever tales we have in the future, I just want to say thank you to those of you who have stuck it out from the beginning to the end. If there is as good of a time as any to say, let's put a bow on this series, this is the time. If there's something you want to see me revisit or do in the future for this, by all means, I'm going to keep this whole... I have all of my Starsector stuff in like its own save file component folders, so there's no mixing up here. This mod package and everything will be here. Should be able to load up fine. But I think that's going to do it for this one. So here's the Tatterdemalion Legendary. I think that is incredibly appropriate here. Actually has powerful capacitors, vigilant point defense gunners, determined crew, plus 8% damage. Just overall, that's one of the nice things for commission crews. It's fun to get little stuff like this, little tags, notes, just for your different ships. But man, the Shroom overhaul, that really changed the game for me. Because before I was struggling, how do I build the ship? How do I build a ship? And then I just leaned into the fact that, you know what, we just make it vent really fast and do some crazy shit. Look at how many empty slots we have here just from leaning on the other point defense stuff. But yeah, it's like we have many flat cannons. We took off the arc emitter and just let it blow things up, and there we go. So one more time, let's look at our colony roll call here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've never had this many colonies in a save. Like I'm even overboard right now. So let's just go ahead, do what we've been doing here. I know we have a station commander here, but I mean, they literally gave us an alpha core, so have fun. Maybe Morgan Wyatt really is just an AI in disguise. I don't know. His hair never really moves very much anyway, so maybe it's synthetic. But just enjoy the fireworks one more time. Civvy. Civvy's done. Put a fork in it. It's ours. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for sticking around. Thanks again for all of you for your support, continued just interest in this. It's more fun for me when it's more fun for you all. So hopefully you all are enjoying this too. But I could wax on, wax poetic for a while. But if you want to see more of this, I have a new series that's already up and running for Starsector. As of this recording, I think it's like episode 6 at this point. It's very not this. My fleet is not a bunch of big ships. It's kind of trying to take some challenges, stretch me as a player, put it in another direction. And so far, it's been a lot of fun. Just like it is here, Starsector, a game I can wholeheartedly recommend to anybody who's looking. But if you're watching this by now at episode 60-something, you probably knew that. Are we at episode... Oh my god, I should know what number episode this is. Regardless, it's been fun. We'll do this again soon. We have the Dark Forest to explore, other games on the channel as well. You all are great. Thank you for watching. Take care.